What's up, all me Ewoks, Trolls, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about how Netflix pissed off the internet once again by inserting their woke agenda into children's shows.
Holy crap. Man, she started off really fast, didn't she? Blah, 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 blah. This is Anna, that Star Wars girl. I check her out from time to time. I will leave a link in the description. Interesting stuff going on with Netflix. We're going to hear what she has to say. I'll leave a link to her channel and her vid. Check it out after this one, of course.
Let's get right into it. So apparently Netflix released this new show called Jurassic World Camp, whereas
Look at this fat, ugly one. Good God. What's wrong with this one? I don't know anything about this.
Of these teenagers are at camp on one of the Jurassic islands. I don't even know it. There's been so many movies now, it's hard to keep up with it. And it's like teenagers surviving against dinosaurs. And it's animated. It's like, okay, that's a cash grab for you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if it eats all of them, that would be interesting.
Yes, if you're interested in that kind of thing, you got a kid or a teen that's really into dinosaurs, maybe they'll like this. It'll be kind of Survivor. But also, I'm like, couldn't this go really wrong with all these kids getting brutally murdered and eaten?
No, it'd be great if they did that. That would be hilarious. I'd watch it then.
And they said Looney Tunes was too violent. Remember Looney Tunes that we all used to watch when we were kids? And they thought it was too violent that they removed Elmer Fudd's gun. Remember when we were kids and we would watch Looney Tunes?
Yep.
And then the new generation, they said it was too violent because Elmer Fudd, a hunter, uses a gun, and they said, oh, that's too violent. Let's give him a scythe instead. It's like, oh my God. Like, how out of touch can you be? Like, this is way more terrifying than like a funny guy, like a little funny bald guy with a funny voice and his little gun getting outsmarted by a rabbit. Now you're like, hey, let's brutally murder him with a scythe. Like, these people are so out of touch. So which makes me kind of somewhat understand why they think that this premise is a good idea. But I'm just looking at these dinosaurs right here. I'm like, first off, this animation looks awful. But
yeah, it does. I mean, the dinosaurs look okay, but all the children, yeah, especially this fat, ugly one in front. How in the world is she outrunning these four back here? How is this scrawny, skinny one right here? How is he outrunning the black one? Shouldn't the black one be up front? I mean, you know. Just saying.
I get it. It's made for TV, so it's not going to be the same high quality, which, again, isn't an excuse because when I was a kid, I feel like the animation was great. The Hercules animated series, even Aladdin's animated series, and The Little Mermaids, those were all great. Take it, those were made by Disney during their prime, but this, it's just, it looks awful. Even Jimmy Neutron, I feel like, did a better job. But so, this is causing controversy because guess what? There's a gay kiss in it.
Oh, could you have guessed? Could you have guessed which one it would have been?
And if you don't believe me, here's proof.
Oh,
So,
wow.
these two...
Aren't they teenagers, though? Like, how old are we talking here?
Two gals, so it would be this...
Fat
this one, and
the
then
ugly
this
one, the Mexican one. And that one right there that looks like Laura Croft? It's not going to be the chick with the pink hair.
Apparently, during the running from the savage man-eating dinosaurs, they have enough time to stop to have a little smoochy kiss.
Stupid.
The internet is kind of losing their minds about it, and I think it's funny. Like, look at this meme. Dinosaur movies back in my day, dinosaur movies today. It's like, yeah, it's like, all I've seen so far of these dinosaurs is this shitty CGI. It looks almost like a really bad photoshopped image. And I've seen more of these girls kissing than I have of any type of dinosaurs in a Jurassic World show. But like I said, this is causing a pretty big uproar. This is from a children's cartoon on Netflix called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Since when has something like this been considered appropriate for children? And she just posted this, and a lot of people are responding. Some like backing her up, but a lot of people are like, you know, doing the whole, how dare you? And I mean, it... Of course.
Of course.
It's the usual suspects. Let me just put that out there. So here's this person who I absolutely hate this point, but I'm going to show it to you, and I will point out why I hate it after I read it to you. In a appropriate for children, two women in love kissing versus classic Disney, appropriate for all ages, sexually assaulting a sleeping woman. Whee! I think you guys can all...
Sexually assaulting a sleeping woman. That wasn't what he was doing. He was saving her life. What are you talking about?
I'll understand why I hate it. But obviously, Evan loves Worf, whoever this person is.
Some gay guy.
Again, they have a big following, but let me explain to you, Evan, why this is retarded. Okay, if you actually watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which I think a lot of people should, considering there was that whole big controversy between the new Disney Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs versus the original, and we had, what's her face? Yeah, weird, talking back.
Rachel Zegler. That's the one.
About the story, and pretty much every girl that grew up loving Snow White rushed to the internet to go and defend this movie. So since this is a boy, I'm assuming not all boys are that interested in princess movies. Let me just explain it to you, Evan. It's not sexual assault. That is her Prince Charming. That is her true love. The entire movie, she's singing about her true love. And even in the beginning, it's very well established that they're in love and he's looking for her. And guess what? He wouldn't have been able to wake her up if it wasn't true love's first kiss. And
bingo.
It's not sexual assault when you want to be kissed by the person. Just saying. I know that this weird dude...
That's a great point. That's a great point, the way she broke it down like that. Have I even ever watched Snow White? I mean, I've seen many clips of it. I may have watched it, like, back in the day at some point when I was a kid. I don't remember. I know what it's all about, of course.
Name Evan with, like, some kind of creepy little cat plushie in his profile picture might not understand that concept, but if I'm sleeping and my husband comes and kisses me, that's not sexual assault because I don't mind if he kisses me, right? Like, I don't mind if my child comes and wakes me up by giving mommy a kiss. I don't care if my husband kisses me. My father can come wake me up with a kiss on the head. He hasn't done that since I was a very tiny human, but I mean, if he wanted to, it wouldn't be sexual assault. This dude isn't coming up and groping her. If you were into that kind of stuff, Evan, Anne Rice has this series of Sleeping Beauty where that is very, very apparent. This is not the same thing. And guess what? These two are actually in love, and we followed their love story through an entire movie and a book if you would care to read, if you know about doing that kind of stuff. This, again, you're pitching a dinosaur survival show to a bunch of little kids. And I mean, the horrific part would be that some of these kids are going to get eaten by the dinosaurs.
God, I could only hope so. If I find out even one of these kids gets brutally, like, devoured, I'm gonna watch this whole show. It's just gonna be... I will be all for it. I'm just be like, yes, I'm gonna be rooting for the dinosaurs.
And they don't want to highlight that at all, but hey, let's go in, let's have this moment be a big, huge lesbian love fest. It just... You can kind of understand if you have an IQ over 5. I mean, this is something Forrest Gump could understand. It's not that hard. Why parents are hesitant to let their kids watch new media, because all it's going to be is programming and pretty much indoctrination. Yeah,
big shocker. I mean, there's still quite a bit of parents out there, I would say the majority, who try to push good values onto their kids. And, one man, one woman relationship, wait till marriage. I know that's extraordinarily foreign to a lot of people nowadays, but there's just a lot of families that are just like, look, I mean, if there's any kind of romances in these films, it should really be this right here, Prince Charming and Princess. When you got two lesbians on screen going at it, it's a bit different, you know what I mean?
From a section of people that can't typically have kids of their own, so they are going and trying to manipulate kids and force feed them this type of propaganda. Now, am I bothered by it? Not really. I couldn't care less about the lesbian love kiss. It's like, whatever, that's not my thing, but if it's yours, whatever, great, that's good for you. I'm honestly more concerned about the fact that they thought it was a good idea to put a bunch of kids on an island with man-eating dinosaurs and how they're all gonna brutally die. Like,
I think that's the best idea. I think that's a great idea, especially if when the two lesbians are kissing and then this big old T-Rex just comes and just immediately eats them both. That would be amazing. Oh, please tell me they do that. Did you guys know that for most of the people watching YouTube videos, only a small percentage of those people are actually subscribed to those channels? But subscribing is really quick and easy. All you have to do is first to make a YouTube account, which is free, and then after that, go down to the video that you're watching, hit the like button, which goes a long way in helping out the algorithm, and then go over and hit the subscribe button. After you've hit the subscribe button, click the drop down arrow and click the option that says all, so that can notify you whenever a new video from this creator has dropped. Subscribing is free, and making a YouTube account is also free. It allows you to keep up with all of your favorite content creators, and of course it goes a long way in helping out my channel, and I really do appreciate it. So with all of that being said, back to the video.
I wouldn't let my kid watch this based on that premise, because I'm like, this is going to be scary, this is going to give her nightmares, and it's probably a awful, terrible, awful idea. Like when I was a kid and I watched The Land Before Time, that was traumatic because Littlefoot's mom dies. Imagine all of these kids getting eaten by freaking dinosaurs.
And just keep in mind, if you are one of those people who are like, man, I'm all for this LGBTQ+++, just keep in mind that all the people that are putting this stuff into this cartoon, they're the exact same people that would immediately take it out the moment it goes overseas to Iran or Iraq or China or any other place. All the people who are saying that they're all for this, they're the same people who are going to take it out and completely censor it whenever it's not to an American audience.
Trapped on an island getting eaten by dinosaurs. There's this great book out there that probably a lot of these people like Evan haven't read, that is it's not banned. I don't want to say banned, it's just curated out of schools. Like some schools don't allow you to read it anymore. It's called Lord of the Flies. It doesn't have dinosaurs, but it's about a bunch of little boys that get stuck on an island, and guess what? They go crazy. There's all this tribalism, and some people die. And it's really traumatic, so much so that some kids can't take that kind of horror. And again, this doesn't have man-eating dinosaurs, and because of it, some schools have said, hey, we're not going to have this in like middle schools. Maybe when you get to high school you can read it. And because of, honestly, in my opinion, the way that the new generations are kind of raised, they can't even handle in high school. So they're like, okay, we'll wait until you're in college to read this
We should definitely re-implement this book, especially because of how they're raised nowadays. They're such snowflakes. I was never required to read this, but it sounds awesome. A couple of kids on an island start turning on each other. Maybe they eat each other. I don't know. That sounds great. They should teach this to like kindergartners.
But if they can't even stomach...
I don't have kids. Could you tell?
this? How are you going to deal with a bunch of kids running away from man-eating dinosaurs? Have you ever watched a Jurassic Park movie or a Jurassic World movie? A lot of people die. A lot of people get eaten. It's not good. So having the entire premise of a show be about kids trapped on an island with man-eating dinosaurs is not a good idea, in my humble opinion. And if you guys don't believe me, you guys can go watch the trailer. It's literally set up like it's pitching you a horror show, and then they try to walk that off, be like, oh, say it again for the camera so we can post it for the vlog. And then later on, it's like the same premise of every Jurassic Park movie ever, where it's like, oh, we're on the island, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna see dinosaurs, and then something goes awfully, terribly, catastrophe wrong, and they're all running away from man-eating dinosaurs and they're trapped on the island. And that's what it is, except now they're doing it with kids. I don't know who this was made for, because it's not for little kids that like playing with dinosaurs and like seeing dinosaurs like Land Before Time. It's not for older teenage kids, because those kids have zero interest in watching Netflix animation shows. So I really don't know who this is for. Maybe it's for them to virtue signal, but little kids, parents aren't going to let their kids watch this. It's too scary. I mean,
that's what it is. That's all it is. It's so that they can virtue signal. It's so that they can just take a popular IP that everyone knows, so they can have more views and more people going to it. Because if they call it Jurassic World something, well, everyone knows about dinosaurs. Everyone loves dinosaurs. And then they can just push in their worldviews, their political agendas. And the sad thing is, you know, if you're one of those, again, LGBTQ+++, this does nothing but hurt the gay community, because all this political activism does is it reduces all of those people down to nothing more than their sexuality. They do it time and time again. Every single time they have a gay character, their entire life and their entire story revolves around what they do in the bedroom. They're reduced into being absolutely nothing, and they're just doing it to virtue signal. That's all this is. They're doing it so that they can say, yeah, let's push more of this good stuff. And all the people who morally aren't for that, and they're not, they're opposed to that, they're going to push back against it, and then they're going to be called names for it. And then all the people who are praising it and saying this is awesome, they're going to forget it 2 seconds whenever the next thing comes out and says it supports this kind of thing too, because it's just propaganda. That's all these things are used for now, just to push propaganda. And then all the people in the middle who genuinely care and who may or may not be gay, it's just going to deteriorate anything they're fighting for, standing for, because gay people are more about just being gay. But you can't tell these people that. Anywho, those are my 2 thoughts. I thought I'd react to this. This isn't interesting. I don't react to a lot of, I don't know, that Star Wars girl. Please don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when my new videos drop. I really do appreciate it, guys. And thanks for watching. Till next time.